Hello, and welcome to the third episode of Meeting with the Mentors, a podcast series of me, Kaya Daniels, interviewing some local small businesses to get an inside look of what it is like to own a small business. In today's episode, we are interviewing Karen from Aprende Spanish Immersion. Thanks for listening. If you want to introduce yourself with your name, the business name, and what your business does.
So my name is Karen Quintana. I am from Chile, all the way in South America. I moved here 15 or 18 years ago. I was hired by a company to be a Spanish teacher, and I did that for 15 years. And then I moved to Shrewsbury, and I had 2 kids, and I'm like, I'm just gonna start a little business. And that's how Aprende, which means learn in English, was born. So Aprende is a Spanish immersion. So basically, you come to our school, our little program, and as long as you, when you open the doors, you are in another country. That's the feeling that we want. You are in Spain, you are in Mexico, you are in República Dominicana, you are somewhere else. So you are, quote, forced to learn a second language.
Awesome. So my first question was, you kind of already answered this, but how did you get your business started? And what were some steps that you had to take that others might not be aware of?
So basically, and I'm gonna be super honest with you, Kaya, I didn't know what I was doing. And I still think I don't know. I do get a lot of help and support in terms of, I ask a lot around. Some people is helping me, now we have someone who does accounting and all that. But I start this business for half an hour once a week, renting a space in the church. And I have 2 kids, 2. Now we have almost 50 in person and almost 50 online. One, I didn't know what I was doing. I do believe, like, if you truly believe in your project, in your business, and you have the passion and you work really hard, you're gonna fall into a place that is like, oh, I'm doing it. Hey, this is working. Like, I have no marketing background. I have no accounting background. I speak Spanish. I'm a teacher. I have my bachelor degrees. I done it. I know kids learn it. So I just have the passion, and I truly believe in this, the immersion.
Mm-hmm.
So what other people might not be afraid? I mean, when you own a business, especially a small business, I will say, you work 24/7. Even when you're sleeping, you are thinking, how can I make this better? Or how can I help my student to achieve where we want to go, what we want to reach? How it's a constant thinking, and so it's a 24/7 commitment. It's like having a baby.
So the second question was, what's the hardest part about owning a business, and were there any factors that surprised you while owning it?
I mean, I'm in the education field, right? The hardest part for me has been to prove others that this is not a daycare, that this works, and the benefits of having a second language, whether it's like Mandarin, Russian, it doesn't matter. Having a second language really help our kids in so many areas. But I think the hardest part will be when you have to put yourself out, knock doors, and they close. You knock 100 and 99 are closed in your face. But don't get discouraged and just keep on going. If you believe in this, it really, it will work. It really will work. And make people trust in your business. I think that's the hardest. I feel like no matter what, how much money you could invest on marketing, this type of business education is all about word of mouth, and that doesn't have price, and it's very slow.
So, how did COVID affect your business and how were you able to overcome it?
Ooh, good question. I opened Aprende in June 2019. As I said, with the two little kids, half an hour once a week. That became into 2 hours twice a week, and then a full time program. So then it came to COVID, right? March 13 last year. So I sent an email to the parents and I said, please give me a week so we can come up with an idea about like how we can continue our education. So my head was working like more than 24/7. So I moved all my themes online. So I offer my students 2 times a week, an hour, I don't know, once a week, an hour. 90% of my students stayed with me online. So it was amazing. Um, I think COVID was awful and it still is. However, I do feel that it pushed me to create new ways to teach, new options, new alternative, new emails. And I feel like I've seen a lot of people just saying things from their heart because it was so hard that if you see like emails from business owners, they're all coming from a heart. They're not business, which I feel is amazing because here in this country we're so like business, like, oh, if it's a business, people don't really talk about their feelings, and I think that was really important. So that consistency, that options, flexibility, health is important, mental health is important, they need to rest. It's just like we are in our houses. We can't go anywhere. People's wearing masks. Everybody looks like really scary, especially for little kids. So, adapt, flexibility. I think the flexibility was the key to. I think it was a really successful year last year. Believe
Really?
me. Yeah.
Yeah. And I mean, I'm sure like with because some people like it may be hard for them to travel like back and forth like to your school and then just like places in general. So when you have like the online option, it just makes it like a lot more accessible for everyone.
And it wasn't so. I give the parents like come and try it. Like, so we stopped payments. That's the other thing. So the churches stopped my rent. So financially, I just had to make my money, right?
Hmm.
Wasn't paying any teacher, so it was only me. I wasn't paying rent, and I stopped payments for parents. I didn't charge. They had a contract for 10 months, but why am I going to charge? I'm not paying anyone. I'm just paying myself. But I felt like so no. So we start a new payment plan, like by week. And if you come twice a week, in the classes are like not, they were like fun. I will just put a show. A
Hmm.
show. It was a show. Like, hola amigos, ¿cómo están? Oh, I have my friend, mi amigo coming today. And I showed them a puppet and they were like, I turned into an actress, I have to say. It was
Yeah.
pretty, it was good.
So what are some ways that you get your business known by other people?
I use a lot of Facebook, a lot. I'm still learning a lot of things. The putting a picture works. I don't tag people because I think it just involves a little bit more hashtags. And I do a sponsor or pay ads once a week, once a month, 7 days
Mhm.
ad, and just put the pictures. And I'm truly showing like what they do. If you go to my website, my Facebook page, it's really cool to see the kids doing all this like awesome things. And it's hard to show people that when the kids are learning all these awesome things, they're all in Spanish. So how do they understand? All this like, so we do Facebook a lot. Um, Whatever there's someone like saying, oh, we're looking for this and this, I jump on Facebook. So I'm constantly on my phone. which is not good, but I'm trying to make money.
It's all
Not
worth
watching
it.
TikTok or like reels or all that thing.
Yeah. This kind of has something to do with social media. So, have you seen an increase in the amount of businesses being started due to the internet and social media?
I think so. I think so. As I said before, COVID gave us this. It was an eye opener that you can sell anything. You can make a business out of anything. You just have to be consistent and put yourself out there. So yes, I've seen it. If you knit, you can just make a post and just sell your knitting stuff. I think people it's doing it more now because it's all out there. Everybody had to make money. I'm making cupcakes. I'm gonna sell them. For college. Oh, there's this really cool business that I love. Well, there's a bunch. This guy called his name is Nick, and he comes to whatever your car is, and he details your car.
Oh, really?
It's super cool. And he goes to college, and he tell us like if you go into, I think it's called Nick Detail Luxury. I don't know. One day I call him and I say, well, I need to clean my car. I have 2 kids, blah, blah, blah. And I was here at the church and my car was outside park. He came, pulled himself next to my car and took all his stuff, took all the stuff out of my car and cleaned it.
Oh my
So I
gosh.
left work with a clean car. I paid through Bembo. I didn't even have to talk to him. I wish I could. I mean, I would have loved to meet him. But I was just looking through the window and all this was like, wow, this is super cool. I loved it. So people are growing their business, believing that you can do it.
Is there any advice that you would like to give those starting their own business or thinking of starting their own business?
So my husband is in the marketing area, and he's always like, when you start a business, you need a plan, you need a business model, whatever they teach them at school, obviously, which is true. But I never had a business model. I'm coming up with that. Like it's coming. I'm working on it. Promise. But just believe on yourself, believe in your dreams, and just work hard. I mean, if one day you have to be the person who takes the trash out, that's what you have to do for your business. If some days I don't know, like so I have to say, in any business, I think you are the marketing person, you receive the money, which is the fun part. You are the teacher, you are the painter, you are the doctor, you are the advisor. You have to wear the many hats, and I think that's what it makes your business successful. I think like I just believe and go for it. Work hard though, really hard.
Yeah, you kind of already answered this question, but have you been able to
I
like grow and
a lot.
extend? Have you been able to grow and extend your business or like grow a team? Or like, did you say it was just you teaching and everything? Or
The beginning, yeah. So after COVID, we came back here, and I hired one teacher in October. So we came back in September. I hired a teacher in October, then another one in November. So now we are a team of five, five teachers here in Shrewsbury, 3 in Franklin. We're opening a second location. We have no kids. There's no kids there. That's how we're starting. Opening a location, a beautiful place. It's in a church. The rent is not too expensive, but we don't have any registration. We're just opening as like solo. But that's how you start. I mean, as I said, it's a hard, education is a very hard business, especially now parents are nervous about the second wave or third wave or fifth. I don't know which wave are we now. So yeah, I'm expanding. I have 5 teachers working online from Chile. So I have a team of like 13 people working with me.
That's awesome. Have you had to learn to separate being a business owner and a teacher, or have you just like sort of combined those two?
I combined both. So I hate being in the computer. I hate doing I don't like it. My thing is being in the class, being crazy with the kids, making them laugh and teaching them Spanish. That's my heart. That's my passion. However, I can't. I have to go in the computer and sit down. It's funny because I see my watch, and when I'm teaching, my calories are like, vroom! When I'm working in the computer, I'm like, eh. So I hate it even more. But yeah, no, I combine both. I have to.
So the way I discovered your business was through a video on Spectrum News, where a group of women were advocating for like a day dedicated to small business owners, like by minorities and women. So like, have you been involved in that at all?
They are just starting. It's pretty cool because two of those ladies who are like the advocates for us, minority, which I'm Chilean, I'm a minority in Shrewsbury, Latina, obviously. I'm a woman, and all those but they are bringing their kids to me now. So it's a really it's really awesome. They haven't done much yet, but there's a kind of like a meetup group. There's we did a Zoom call with all of us and just talk about our experience. I don't even know them personally. I never it's just it again, this is what COVID's giving you, right? Because before it would have been so awkward to just hang out with people over the phone or on even this, for you to reach out to me, probably another world, you wouldn't say oh, she's gonna say that I'm weird because why am I reaching out to her and she wants to give me her time, and this doesn't sound right. With COVID, everything is possible, I feel. It's
yeah,
what the heck, let's just do it, right?
I've been more comfortable doing other things I wouldn't usually do, like this. I'm pretty shy in real life, so I feel like after COVID, I'm just yeah, what the heck? I was in isolation for months, you know?
Yeah. What the heck? What do we have to lose? I mean, nothing. People can say
Yeah.
no. The interview can go awful. So I am really shy. I talk a lot, but I'm really shy. So when the news came here, it was this awesome girl, super casual. I told her if I'm gonna freeze. I hate being in the camera. I hate talking to people. I hate talking to 25 people in front of me. I hate it. She's like, don't worry, we're gonna cut it out. And it worked, but I will feel more comfortable with just doing it through the computer.
Yeah.
Woo, yeah.
So those were all the questions that I had prepared, but do you have any final thoughts or questions for me that you want to get out there?
No, I think it's awesome what you're doing. I really think it's awesome. Reach out to people, getting out of your comfort zone. Especially you, you're a 17 years old girl. I wouldn't think about this when I was 17. I was just being crazy and just irresponsible, probably. So I do think it's, yeah, kudos to you. I think it's awesome what you're doing.
I decided to reach out to you because I think I might have said it in the email, but my family is Puerto Rican. I'm my mom's white and then my dad's half black, half Puerto Rican. So I have
so
Spanish
pretty.
family. I have a lot of Spanish family, but I grew up learning English. So when I was young, I didn't get a chance to speak Spanish until middle school when they started teaching it in school. I really wish I had learned it when I was a kid. So I love what you're doing too.
Oh, thank you.
You're welcome.
Well, we're here. If you ever want to learn Spanish or come and volunteer, do something, we're right here in the center of the town.
Awesome. All right. Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Bye.